Hello, everyone. People ask me why I use Seeing AI when it comes to reading a menu. And this is what I wanted to talk about on another YouTube video because I feel like it's more easier to talk about it on a YouTube video rather than to just going up to some people. And if I'm in a crowd, you'll see me kind of. In fact, I'm gonna look away from the camera so that it doesn't capture me doing this. If I'm in a crowd and I try to explain to people why I'm using certain things, it gets really, really hard because I can't answer their question because I can't hear their question when I'm in a crowd. And so, having people text me on, messages or, whatever app that they want to use, like Gmail, having people either text me or email me of questions that they want to have answered, that is actually fine. I can do that, I can actually have that happening. When that happens, I can easily answer the question. But people ask me why, back to my topic, people ask me why I use Seeing AI for documents when it comes to print and reading. They're like, you can't even see it, so why do you use, how can you read the print? And, why not just have other people read it to you rather than an app read it to you because it's not accurate? Well, here's the thing. When people... Let's say that I'm in a restaurant with somebody, like a friend of mine, and that friend, that friend doesn't, say that friend has earphones on and doesn't hear me when I ask what's on the menu. Well, then I would use the document feature on my Seeing AI app, and I would pull it up, and I would, pull it up, and I would do, I would point the phone to the document, and it would tell me, left edge not visible, right edge not visible, left corner not visible. And then once you pick it up and it says hold steady, what happens is that it takes the picture of the menu, whatever the menu is. And you can read it on your phone rather than having somebody else read it, because having somebody else read it could take a lot of time, and there could be a waitress waiting for your order already, which is exactly why I do this sort of thing. And it's because another reason why I would use a document, and it's not just for menus, it's actually for other things like a magazine, it is because I want to see what it says in print so that way I don't have to just request it on Braille. I can request it in print, and then I could take a picture with my phone and have my voiceover read it to me. Because that's what voiceover is for. It's for reading all things. whether it's on the screen or on a document that is placed in front of me. It will do that sort of thing. You don't want to have it on short text, because short text is really, I feel like, not... I feel like short text is not, like, accurate, because it'll read gibberish. That's why I always do either document or product. And, another person asked me, what's it like being, what's it like using Seeing AI and having to use the product feature? Okay, the product feature is actually supposed to help you with locating, or not locating, but labeling and putting stuff away when it comes to boxes or bags of stuff that have barcodes on them. Or even bottles have barcodes. So you have to scan the barcode of your bottle to the phone and it will read it. Now, if it's not recognizable, it's basically because it is off-brand. It is off-brand, and you don't want to get something that's off-brand, and you don't want to get anything that is, well, I mean, you do and you don't. So when it comes to Seeing AI, you don't want to get things that are off-brand, because then you have to use short text, and like I said, short text does not even help with some cases, because it reads gibberish, and you don't know what it's like, when you hear, well, I shouldn't say don't know, but I should say you'll never know what it says when it reads gibberish. That's what I'm trying to say. So you'll never know what it says if it's reading gibberish. Now, if it was reading the actual stuff that's on the bottle, then you can then if you read the actual stuff that's on the bottle, then you can really understand it. But if you read gibberish, because your hand is not steady and your phone is like going all the way around, then your if your phone is going all the way around and it's trying to read it, your phone's gonna literally do something weird, and it's gonna read something that is not, it does not make sense. So it's always best to keep your phone still while the bottle is being read. Also, there's a new feature on on Seeing AI that a lot of the blind people don't know about, and that's called World. I have explored it. I find it way easier because World will tell you what's in front of you, or to the left of you, or to the right of you. Now, what's really, 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 really cool is when there's like, if World were to say person, like in like several voices, it'll say person in like several voices together. And it sounds really crazy because it's like, how do you actually do that sort of thing when it comes to the world feature? Well, you just swipe up until you hear world. Of course, it's the last thing on the thing. Then you point it to whatever, and it'll say what's in front of you. There used to be a feature that was called Light, but they changed it to where it's called World, and it tells you what's in front of you, tells you what's to the left and to the right. I personally like that feature because of the cool things that it does. And I also like the document because it tells you, well, it kind of tries to guide you on where the paper is and what edges are visible, what edges aren't visible. And so, yeah. But that's the reason why I use Be My Eyes, or not Be My Eyes, Seeing AI sometimes, is because it reads things, and it basically what it does is it will it'll tell you what things are and what the menu says or what another document says and everything else. That's why I use it when I'm in a restaurant. That way I don't have to wonder what's in front of me. Or, why is this in front of me? I can't see it. But that's in front of me because then I can use Seeing AI to read it. So that's why I wanted to do this. I wanted to record this video and post it on YouTube. That way you guys can understand why I do what I do. Why I do a lot of the things that I do in the blind way, and it almost kind of looks like the sighted way when I use Seeing AI, and I don't have to use the paper. And I don't have to use my fingers to read the paper. I can just use Seeing AI, and then I can scroll through it like I'm seeing it in real time. It's so cool. Another thing I do is I use Be My Eyes, but that will be in a different video. I was going to record me using Be My Eyes on a different phone so you can see how it works, but it didn't work. I'm gonna have to try it again, see how I can do this stuff, So, yeah. Well, I will be recording again tonight. I have to get going on my daily stuff that I need to do because I need to actually go to training today, and I'm trying to make it so that I'm not late and everything. So I have to get going. If you feel free to ask me any questions on the comments section, and I will catch you on the next video.
Speech up, take, stop recording.